Hello students, as I got so many requests to discuss the textbook answers and upload them over my channel, so I am here for your help. So today we will discuss the question answers of chapter number 4, The Nightingale and the Glowworm, and from the class 8th. So let's start with the questions. This is A1 part, and here we will read question number 1. Complete these sentences. A part, the nightingale was singing all day long. He brought happiness to the villagers. He was perched on hawthorn top and looked down. He was going to eat the glowworm. Then is question 2. How did the nightingale see the glowworm? The answer is, the nightingale saw the glowworm by his spark fallen on the ground. Then is question 3. Did he consume the glowworm? Why? Answer. No, the nightingale did not consume the glowworm, as he had realized that it is wrong to eat him and had something else for supper to quiet its hunger. Then is question 4. How did the nightingale satisfy his hunger? Answer is, the nightingale satisfied his hunger by searching for the food and finally got it. Now is A2 part with question number 1. Did you admire my lamp, quoth he, as much as I your minstrelsy? A part. Who said these words and to whom? Answer. The glowworm said these words to the nightingale. Then is B part. What lamp is the speaker referring to? The speaker is referring to the glowing lamp the worm carries. Then is C part. What is the speaker's state of mind here? The speaker's state of mind here is to request the nightingale to leave it free so that it can shine and spread light in the dark. Then is D part. What is the speaker trying to do? The speaker was trying to win the nightingale's heart by appreciating its beautiful voice. Then is question number 2. For was the same self-power divine taught you to sing and me to shine? A part. Who said this and to whom? The answer is that glowworm said the above line to the nightingale. Which power is being referred to here? Power that is being referred to here is of the Almighty God, who had created both the creatures. Then is C. What is the speaker's intent? The speaker was intended to save himself from being the food of the nightingale. Then is D. What skill does the speaker exhibit in these lines? These lines shows that the speaker was clever, good orator and witty. He presented his arguments about the creation of God before the nightingale. Then is question number 3. The songster heard his short oration and warbling out his approbation. A part. Who is the songster? The songster is the nightingale. B. Whose oration did he hear? He heard the oration of the glowworm. Then is C. Why was he impressed with the speech? He was impressed with his speech because glowworm told him the importance of valuing each creature for its unique personality and traits. Then is D part. How did the songster show his appreciation? The songster showed his appreciation by listening to the worm with pride and dedication. Now is A3 part. Let's discuss them. Answer number one. Question number one. How did the glowworm save his own life? What impression do you form about the glowworm from this? Answer is the glowworm saved his own life from the nightingale by using his presence of mind. He realized the nightingale's intent to eat it. He explains that as nightingale spreads happiness in the world by being singing beautifully, he does the same by spreading light. Then is question number 2. What quality does the nightingale display in the poem? In this poem, the nightingale cheers the villagers with its sweet voice. It displays the quality of understanding and valuing another creature's uniqueness. It decides not to eat it. It shows mutual respect to its fellow creature. Then is question 3. What is the theme of this poem? Answer is the theme of the poem is that they should respect each other's uniqueness instead of fighting amongst each other for dominion. The lesson to be learned here is that we should all be at peace with each other. Then is question number 4. Are people from different communities and cultures really different? Do you think people from totally different communities and backgrounds can coexist peacefully? Express your views. People from different communities and cultures have different costumes, traditions, and beliefs. They can coexist peacefully as long as they are tolerant of each other's beliefs and traditions. If they tolerated, there will be a tendency for them to stand against the opposite culture. So, here we have discussed all the answers. Let's have a recap to the answers. Hope you got all the answers, students. Thank you.